the first part is about tax exemption, which in my opinion is mandatory. I mean, most important for you. This ATG certificate for your organizations is, well, it is important, but I wouldn't say it's a life and death matter. Let us say you are blessed with a big endowment. You got already 100 crores in your fund and you are going to live off your interest. Why do you need ATG certificate? Because ATG certificate gives a donor incentive. It is meaningless to your organization. It provides you an indirect benefit, whereas 12A certificate is a direct benefit, which means your organization pays no tax at all. Whereas here, having an ATG certificate, it's a sort of an attraction to the donors. They not only give it to you because you are a good cause, when they compute their income for tax, they get a 50% deduction. So supposing I give you, let us say 10,000 rupees and you give me this ATG certificate, when I am computing my income which is liable to tax, I take various deductions. This is the money I paid for insurance premium. This is on my Mediclaim, I take a deduction. On my PPF account, I put so much money, I get a deduction. Like manner, for giving to a charity, it's a 50% deduction. So I give you 10,000 rupees, I get a 5,000 rupee deduction when I'm computing my income which is liable to tax as a donor. So I repeat, it is a benefit to the donor. It is not a direct benefit to you, but having it attracts donors. But if you don't have it, it's all right. And why I say this? Because this is an important thing for grant makers. Because grant makers often say, you don't have ATG, that means you do not meet my due diligence things. Not necessary. Supposing that organization is not dependent on donations, why should it have ATG? But 12A is important because 12A means the income tax department says you are a non-profit, you are a charitable organization whose income is free from tax. So from the donor's perspective, this is an important point to tell you that ATG an organization may or may not have. Supposing it is not donor driven, you need not have a ATG certificate. There's no need for it to have it. All right. So a donor, whether an individual, association or a company, is entitled to a deduction in computing his or her total income. If the person makes a donation to a charitable organization enjoying exemption under ATG, but the amount donated should not exceed 10% of the donor's gross total income as reduced by deductions. This is once again for the donor's understanding. That assuming hypothetically again for the donor's income is in any financial year a lakh of rupees. For the purpose of ATG, the donor can only give 10,000 and claim a 5,000 deduction. Let's say he can even give 20. But he will be entitled only up to 10% of his income. So still only 5,000 will be deducted. So there is a 10% ceiling on the donor's income where ATG is concerned. This is specific only for ATG. No deductions are allowed under this. Okay, now this is an important part which has come in the last Finance Act. This was a new insertion in the Finance Act of 2012, 5D in section ATG. No deductions allowed under this section in respect of donation of any sum exceeding 10,000 rupees in cash. So if anyone comes to you and gives you 11,000 rupees in cash, you cannot, that donor will be unable to claim 50% deduction. It has to be a sum given in check to you. So you also should avoid taking any cash donations in excess of 10,000 as per this new amendment that has come. It's also another important thing that you need to know is that it's a requirement under law, and I think I have this slide. Yes, that every donor contributing more than 50,000 to an organization is required to provide permanent account number to the organization. This is an important thing. So any donor is giving you 50,000 above, make sure you have the PAN number. There are many organizations who keep the PAN number for even 5,000 rupees and 10,000 rupee donation. It's a good idea to have it. Where's the harm?